From the high desert and the great American Ridgewood, Queens, it's today's Decay, Tuesday the 17th edition, all day. And what happened today? In 1927, you've got a combo platter. You sure do, a double header. Wally Wood was born, artist for EC Comics, of course, but also worked like pre-EC in various horror comics, and I'm going to say is he most well known when we're talking about in the EC bullpen of creators for working in science fiction? It's probably not entirely true. I'm not sure from like a game of numbers how much he worked on one side or the other, be it horror or sci-fi. But the sci-fi stuff is really something, because that's actually what scared the American government in the 50s to actually wage war on EC Comics, is that rather than the like implied blood and gore and violence of the horror comics, it's the science fiction content that questioned social stigmas and expectations and pushed all sorts of boundaries into what eventually the American public went into the civil rights movement a decade or 15 years later or so, right? But yeah, Wally Wood was right there, backing up Bill Gaines as he like fought for his right in Congress in a Senate subcommittee hearing for his right to be able to publish horror and sci-fi comics, even though the American government thought EC was a ploy by the Soviet Union to turn our children into juvenile delinquents. It's not true. Say it ain't so. It ain't so. But they won at the time. But history has judged them accordingly. And EC for the TKO as an FYI. What else is an FYI? Also in 1927, as promised, doubleheader, Lucio Fulci was born. So we're here in Ridgewood, Queens, because I wanted to get this shot here at Magic Hour, as John Ford might call it, because this is where Fulci filmed a couple of scenes, the premature burial scenes in what is it, City of the Walking Dead? I think. I think that's right. All of these go by multiple names, right? But wonderful filmmaker, schlock nonsense, and I'm here for every single minute of it, at least in his high points. Gates of Hell, aka City of the Walking Dead. Yeah, okay. What else? 1948 today, Art Bell was born, of Coast to Coast AM, back when conspiracy theories were something to be proud of. I'm not suggesting that's the case anymore, but you're too young to know it, but in my day, conspiracy theories were exciting and felt challenging the norms. And while he would often call in or host various guests on his late night radio show that were all over the map, he would regularly like check them if they were saying something completely absurd and not acceptable. And that has made all the difference in my mind for who I'm judging as far as like framing any sort of crazy theory. Yeah, Coast to Coast AM I used to fall asleep to and would dream, oh such dreams, because of it. I never got to talk to him. He had, listener calls, open lines. I never got in to speak to him, unfortunately. I did speak to later in life. I got to speak to Ian Punnett. I got to speak to George Knapp. I got to speak to George Norrie. Some of my favorite Art Bell segments have to be Mel's Hole, have to be some of his John Lear interviews. There's a lot. There's a lot. You can find them on the internet or wherever you can. Do check it out. On the day he was born, 1948. 1956? I'm going to say 1956. Jello Biafra was born. There's always room for Jello. I DJ'd, not with him, but before him on a happy hour at Motor City many years ago. And it was quite an honor to say, here you go, the turntables are now yours. I don't think I was as level-headed in my presentation, but that was what I was thinking. Little known fact, fun fact even, right over there not only was Gates of Hell filmed, but also Maniac Cop 2 culminates right over here, as well as Maniac Cop 3 takes up right where it left off, right over there. So, you know, it's like our own piece of Hollywood. What else is our own piece of Hollywood? 1962, Michael Monroe was born, lead frontman of Hanoi Rocks. What is his band in the early mid-90s that are excellent? I'm forgetting their name off the top of my head now, but they're great too. I know Mad Sin covered one of their songs, and I didn't know it was actually a Michael Monroe song until years later. I was like, all right, that makes a lot of sense because it's great. I saw Michael Monroe, and I never want to miss him coming through ever again because he owns not just that stage, but that whole venue. Like running through the crowd on top of people, running up and down the bar at the far end of the room. I mean, it's the modern era, and he is still here. So celebrate Michael Monroe on the day he was born, 1962. It's the whole damn day. Enjoy it. Very picturesque. Till tomorrow. Goodbye.